get started. To make the ironing board, the best pattern you can use is the ironing board that you already have. So what I've done here is I lay the ironing board on top of the fabric, wrong side up, fabric wrong side up. I've given some space at the side to allow at least 3 inches for the overlap that will account for the padding and putting the elastic that will hold the cover on the ironing board. So next thing we're going to do is we are going to take a ruler and measure three inches out from the mark that you made from the original, the shape of the ironing board. So 3 inches out here, and I was really doing this so that I can spare some of the fabric, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some of the other pieces that go along with the ironing board. So just mark it all the way around, 3 inches from that line. And you can just set the ruler, that line, and this line. And just mark it all the way around. Once you've marked that all the way around, you can just place your ruler and draw your line to join those little dashes that you made. Just place your ruler right across here. If you have one of these rulers that's 3 inches wide, it makes it a little more simple, because 3 inches is 3 inches, guys. 3 inches is 3 inches. And here we go. I'm just using a fine tip Sharpie to do this with. It's not any special tool at all. So just a fine tip Sharpie. Once you have that all drawn in, just go ahead and get your scissors and go ahead and cut it out, and then we'll do the next step. So once you've cut it out, you should have something that looks like this, the shape of your ironing board, top to bottom. And now we're ready to cut the backing, which is the padding piece that goes under this. So we are going to set this aside, and we're going to lay out the backing. And I'm going to leave the yardages in the description so that you get it correct when you go to the store. Trust me, it's not a lot, and you may even find pleasure in making your own ironing board cover after you make this one. So the batting doesn't have to surround the ironing board. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, we can fold this in half. Actually fold the backing in half as well. And because the batting does not have to surround the ironing board as much as the outer cover does, we're going to fold this in half, and then we're going to place our ironing board, the main part of the ironing cover, on top. Just like this. Straighten that out. Boop, 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 boop. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and just to get the length that we need. There we go. And so we don't need it to come down this far because again, this 3 inches have been added for the for the cover to come over. So we can fold that back almost to where the original line is, and just give it about an inch and then cut it off here. Okay, and we'll save this for another project. And then on the top, see that's still a little bit longer than this. So on the top now we will cut, just fold this back a little. See, this is folding it back to the original line, and I'm going to pin it. And then here, I'm going to keep some of this on the side, just so that it doesn't wear out too much. I'm going to put a pin here. And then we're going to go ahead and cut. Try doing your best to keep within the shape of the ironing board. This doesn't have to be exact again, as long as you're covering the board. And you'll see, it might look kind of crazy to you right now, but you will see it's all going to work out. So this piece is actually going to sit flat on top of your ironing board, and then this piece is going to cover it. And if you just open this out, you will see it fits in here. With just enough to make it fluffy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, just the outer piece, and we're going to take our bias tape and we're going to put this around the outside edge to draw the elastic through to finalize this cover. And I just want to show you that what we have here is actually the double folded bias tape. So it's folded again and again, and it comes in. So you need this to make the casing around the edge of your ironing board cover. So you're going to put it on like this, and then you're going to pin it all the way around, or you can freehand it if you like, but you're going to put it on like this all the way around until you come back to this end, and then we're going to leave a little space overlap to be able to insert the elastic in there. You just want to make sure that when you put this on here, if you put it right on the edge of that inside fold of the tape, you'll have it will be just fine. Just put it right in there and pin it, and just keep going all the way around. One package should be more than enough to complete this. Okay, I'll go ahead and pin this on and set up the sewing machine, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm all set up at the sewing machine, and we're going to go ahead and put the double fold bias tape onto the edge of the main part of the ironing board cover so that we can draw the elastic. And just take a little peek every now and then to make sure that the edges are inside of the fold here. Because this is the casing for the elastic, as I said, so we want to make sure that when it's complete, we can draw the elastic and we're good. On the corners, it might be just a little bit difficult, but not that hard, because the bias tape, as it is called, is cut on the bias, and that allows it to flex a little bit so that you don't have that much trouble on the corners. So, yeah. I don't know who thought of it, but it's a pretty good idea. And, yeah. Does a nice job finishing. Just open it up, make sure that's right in there, and just keep going. Makes a nice contrast. Just keep going all the way around. So I will go ahead and complete this, and then I will come back once I have it attached, and we'll show the next step to apply the elastic. Completed sewing around the bias tape around the edge of the ironing board cover, and now I measured 3.5 yards of 1/4 inch elastic, and I'm going to insert it here using a pin. You'll take it all the way around until it comes out the opposite side, and then we'll tack it, and then we'll be all finished. I'll come right back after